Hi, I'm Jason Sterling. I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. Let's get started let's get started some more. We've already got started. Let's get started some more on our build here, which is the line. Let me make sure that I am running here. Make sure everything is, I should be fine. Yeah. The line. Let me make sure. Let's see here. Yeah, a little bit loud there, a little bit loud. Let me adjust that a little bit and then we're going to get rolling. Let's see here. Okay, now as you can see, if you watched the first episode, if you watched last time, we have already kind of mapped out our miniature fairy version of the line here. I started to work on this building right here. And I basically did this first floor, and then later on off screen or off stream, I added just the exterior elements that had already been chosen because it was just going to be the same sort of repetition of putting that in place. Now, there are two things I really want to tackle today. Now, let me see here. Hold on just a second. I can tell real quick I'm having some lighting issues on my face. Let's see if we can fix that. There's one thing I hate about streaming in Oklahoma is it's really, really tough to get the lighting right because it's so harsh here. And I have a lot of windows in my house, so it's really hard to control. Now, I thought it was looking just fine there for a little bit. Let's see if we can, maybe that's a little bit better. I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh. Still kind of dark here behind me, but I think it might work. Let me see. Give me just a second. I'll be right back since I don't think there's anyone watching just yet anyway. Usually at the start of the stream, there's not too many people. So hold on just a second and I'll be right back. I'm going to try to adjust this lighting. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's a little bright, but maybe a little bit better. That's a little bright. Than like as dark as it was. Take it down there a bit. Okay, so. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I didn't have my mic here. Okay, I was saying that is a little bit better. A little bit better. Maybe a little bit too bright, but maybe a little bit better that it's a little bit too bright than as dark as it was there for a moment. Okay. Now, let's see here. Let's go into our build. There are two things I really want to do today right off the bat. Now, I want to take care of this sort of bump out. You know, the line is a very futuristic sort of structure. And I don't exactly want to maintain that, but I kind of do. So my thought here with this kind of bump out is maybe to do it in glass. Now, we have a few different options now in glass. We have this new stuff, right, that is only pack specific. It only comes with the Enchanted by Nature pack. Or we have this, which I use far more often. It's just more of a Victorian sort of look. And I think that's what I'm going to do here is go ahead and use that. And then we're going to just carry that all the way up as a sort of glass bump out. Now, I don't know really at this point, do I love it? I mean, I really can't say. I just have this idea in my head that I want to do something like that with it. There is a lot of glass in the sort of promotional PR material that came with the launch of this idea from Saudi Arabia, right? There's a lot of glass buildings, a lot of see-through, so you can see what's going on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in place and kind of roll with it for the moment. Now, the next thing I'd really like to do is I've been working on a build called the Crystal Bridge, which is a tube or a cylinder that has a botanical garden in it. And I'm thinking about doing something close to the same thing here in this area. Hold on just a minute. I've been having some issues with live streaming. I'm going to fix it real quick. I think I need to adjust something real quick here. Hold on. You guys probably shouldn't see you shouldn't see anything as I'm working on this, but it will kind of fix this up real quick. Let me see here. That should take care of that lag. I hope so. I kind of forgot. I changed it back earlier just while I was working on something, and I needed to adjust the settings with my graphics card so that the pull by The Sims 4 will not be as high as it was. Now, there's not much else I can do with the lighting, of course. That's just the way it's going to be here in Oklahoma. But definitely, hopefully, with that lag, that's going to take care of that. Now, back to this. I want to do maybe a cylinder here, but only half a cylinder. So we're going to try that first. We're going to use the exact same method, of course, that I use on my build, the Crystal Bridge, which is not quite out yet, not quite done. Let's shrink that. Let's do that and that. Is that going to be enough? Now, the bad thing here is it might not work with, it should work. Well, I'm a little worried right at the moment because it may be that this technique, which works really well with short wall heights, maybe doesn't work as well with the taller wall height that I'm using, the kind of middle wall height. Let's see what we've got here. First thing I'm going to do is move this here as well. And let's see, would it maybe, maybe more like that. Maybe, and then hold down shift here and pull on that little triangle, extend that outwards. I'm going to go ahead and throw in a glass facade for it. Now that that's in place, let's take a look and see. Maybe I do want to bring it out here. That's really pretty big. Let's see if we make it smaller. What are we going to end up with? Something like that. Okay, so I'm not sure that I really love that. I mean, it's okay. It's not really, I'll tell you, it really is not what was kind of in my head, right, when I was first thinking about this. Let's go up here to the second floor and we'll grab a copy of it. Put on here. We'll bow it outward. So something like that. Which is really, I don't know. That's really not what I was looking for. And I don't think I don't know that I like it all that well. If we bring this up like this and we bring this up like this, what do we get? That might work a little bit better. Again, it's not really what I was thinking of, though. I suppose we could roll with it. Let's take a look here and see what we get with kind of Let's encase it in a wall. Bring that in like that. I'm starting to like this a little bit better, the look of it. It's not exactly what I had in my head, but I think that it might suffice. I think it might work okay. So we've got this sort of large area here will be completely open. And maybe if we outfit that with the right sort of whatever this stuff is called, the roof trim and the right color, we might get a good enough look out of that. Let's see here. I'm getting a little bit of high GPU pulls again. Again, that's just what I'm kind of looking at. I can kind of notice a little bit of lag spikes here. Let's see. Okay, what I think I'm gonna have to do real quick. I hate to do this, but I'm just afraid I'm gonna end up with lag if I don't. I'm gonna need to restart the Sims 4 here real quick. It is drawing like way too much CPU power. Uh, so I've reset it, but it's gonna take kind of a quick start here. Let me save this. And okay, let's see here. Are we should have gone dark by now? We did. There we go. We've gone dark. Now I'm pulling it right back up. So it'll take it a second here. And we'll get rolling back on this. And hopefully this time it's going to be fine. I've been having just these major issues. I almost like going in and ripping out a bunch of this software that is supposed to optimize the game, right? It's supposed to optimize The Sims 4. And it is instead screwing everything up when it comes to streaming because it draws so much power from the graphics card that there's none left over for the streaming software. And again, I've streamed a lot. It's only been maybe a couple of months ago this started and I just quit for a while. So it's not that the graphics card should be able to handle it just fine, especially the Sims. And I just use XSplit Broadcaster, which is a pretty simple program for streaming. So it should be fine, but it is pulling too much. So we're going to get this loaded back up here. It'll only take a minute. I guess we'll get a real-time view here of how long it takes to load up The Sims 4. I was having some trouble with The Sims 4 too when it comes to saving. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, good. Hooray. It did not have an issue. Let's get out here to Manage Worlds and we'll go in to build from the Manage World screen because it's raining right now and I don't want to deal with the rain. Okay, I'm just checking a few things here. It looks like my GPU usage is a whole lot better. So hopefully that's a good sign. Let's get in here and get back to work. I don't know why I changed it back earlier. I had this idea I could change it back. And then maybe when I'm doing just regular recording, not streaming, it works fine. That works great. And it does boost the graphical quality a little bit, a little bit, but not that much. And so, as we stand now, no reason to keep it on. Now let's see how we're doing here. Oh no, it's rebounding again to those sort of high levels. I don't know. I had no trouble yesterday streaming. I may end up having to quit the stream again. It's what I did before. I just ended up quitting because it just was too laggy. Okay, well, we're going to hope. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that this will be usable in some fashion. I don't know. I'm looking at some real heavy lag here. What else could I possibly do to fix it? I don't know. Do. Just checking on a few things here. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to try. We'll see here. Like I said, if it just ends up like it's not going to do it for me, we may have to drop it. We're going to try going back through the live screen here. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to have to cancel the live stream until I can get in, fix this up again. I might have to restart my whole system. We'll see. I know right now, with the game running, it's just drawing too much. It's drawing too much. So let's see if we go into build mode this way. It's going to be rainy, so that's not great, but can we get enough light in here that we can actually see what we're doing? That's not too bad. Okay, so if we continue working here, let's see. Yeah, I'm still getting that lag. So I'm going to have to really go ahead, I think, and just maybe it'll work okay. Let's see if we can put in some furniture real quick before I totally give up on it. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab this particular type of wall color here. And we'll outfit these walls in this fashion. I'm going to use some sort of tile maybe for the bathroom walls. Let's see what we have here for the new pack. Oh, we've got this sort of stuff. I guess I could use this maybe. We could do that. It kind of looks like tile, doesn't it? It kind of looks like, sort of not octagon, but six-sided tile. So we can go ahead and go with that. We'll see if that kind of gives us the look we're going for. Down here on the first floor, I used this particular sort of parquet. We're going to put that in place. And then we'll go ahead and find some sort of tile, I guess. Let's see here. There's not a lot of floor coverings. We have this and we have this. I guess we could use this from the new pack. Tone-wise, it's a lot of green. Maybe that. Got a white in here. Let's go with white. We'll put white in here. We're going to need a couple of doors. We're going to need a lot of doors, actually. I need several doors for this particular spot. I guess we will use the new ones. We've got this. We'll put it here and here and here. And then both of these bedrooms are going to be kind of ensuite because we're going to be able to enter the bathroom, from both sides. And I think we'll grab, let's see, we've got some new stuff. I'm going to tell you something, though. The new toilet on this particular, whoops, wrong thing. On this particular, there we go. The new toilet is nasty. It gets so dirty so fast. So I don't know if I really want to use the toilet in this case or not. I mean, I kind of do because I kind of like it and it's very cool in that it fits the idea, but it's also kind of gross. I think we will use it. We'll put it there. And then we've got, oh, that's right. This tub is kind of the big tub. So I don't know. I don't think that's going to fit. I don't think we can fit it in. I mean, maybe. Can I do that? Well, no. I'm going to have to do a regular tub. We're going to have to go take off Enchanted by Nature. Maybe we could use this one here, or this. This is cool. Let's go with this. Because it maintains a sort of natural element. And then there is a new sink with the new pack. I think we'll go ahead and use it. I like it a lot. Matches the kitchen cabinet downstairs. Has a very cool look. Love the sort of scalloped, sort of shell type of design. Is it supposed to be a shell or a butterfly or something? It's got that kind of look to it. Go with that. Well, let's go with the brighter gold there. Over here, I had the adult's bedroom here, and I think I'm going to put a small closet here. That is going to be, we'll build it out with Dream Home Decorator. Put that there. And I guess out here, I don't know what I will put out here. I'm thinking, I mean, we could just do a little greenhouse area. We could do an area to play games or an office. We've got kind of an office space downstairs, so we really don't need an office space. Let's take a door here for the closet. I might change the tone of that door a little bit. What kind of tones do we have? That's cool. That looks nice. Let's go with that. Let's go with that for now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but for the time being, I am going to use that. I don't know. See, out here, like in the dark, it looks so good. And now it looks kind of pink. It looks a little bit kind of dusky and not good pink, but kind of a dusky rose type of pink. And I don't know if I want to go that 80s with this build. For the moment, I am going to keep it. I think it'll be fine. Let's grab a bed here. Here's our new bed from this pack. We'll put it here. I might not use this bed in every single build I do for this particular area, but for now I'm going to use quite a few. You know, since the doors are kind of pink, I could kind of go with sort of a pink on the bed. That's kind of where they are, maybe. Let's go with that for now. Let's go. Well, I don't know though. I'm going to be honest. I'm not super big on the look of that pink. I do really like this. I like the darker wood and that nice green and yellow. I'm gonna go with that. I think we used some yellow downstairs, so it's going to kind of tie in a little bit. Okay, so if we're going to put in a closet here from Dream Home Decorator, it's pretty easy to do. We just need, let's go ahead and just sort by Dream Home Decorator. So I'm not looking through an endless scroll of stuff. Here we go. Aha. We'll grab ourselves a clothing bar here. Kind of put it right about there, I guess. Ought to be about right. It doesn't really matter because we can't see it all that well anyway. Let's go into storage. We will grab some clothing. We don't have to use Dream Home Decorator clothing. I guess we could use, let's use the new stuff from this Everdo pack. We'll put this in here. It's weird. Why doesn't it want to go in here? Ah, there we go. Now we could put some boxes and stuff in there, and I might decorate it that way. I might not. Hopefully this works. I think it works. I'm saying hopefully it works. I'm sure I've done it this way before. So let's bring Grant up here. Oh, he's outside. Let's get back over there. Let's see here. Let me back out. I'm going to just have him teleport up here instead of walk up here. Here we go. And let's see if he can get in here and change clothes. I could do this as, yeah, there he goes. He's fine. I was going to say I could do it as like an open archway. And I could even put a curtain in front of it. And that might be a variation I might try on a different apartment. That works really well as well. So, oh, that's a cute outfit on him. I like that. Oh, I should have kept it. I wonder how I can keep it. Let's see here. Because that did look kind of cute. Little cowboy hat and brown shirt. I guess I need to cancel this. That's what I need to do. Let's get back into build mode. We've got a new end table, of course. I'm going to use a lot of the new stuff, especially in this initial sort of builds. And then we'll maybe look at, changing it out as we go. I've used this little end table quite a bit. I'm getting a little bit bored with it, to be quite honest, because I have used it over and over and over. Let's go with that. We'll keep it a little bit on the light side. I'm going to throw a couple of candles maybe in here. I'm going to use this in the kids' room. Put that over there. Oh, I don't see the candles. Hold on here. Let's put in our cheat. Whoops. There we go. We're going to grab a couple of these candles here for the end tables, or the bedside tables, I should say. And I think this might actually, is this the dining table? It is the dining table. I'm going to still leave it there. I think they'll still interbed with it. The other table we have is kind of that 3-level table. If I have to fall back on that in order to get the room to work, then I will. But I don't think I will have to do that. Let's grab a rug. We have the unicorn. I really like this rug. I end up only using it in a couple of swatches, like really these two. The other ones, I don't know. They look great, but you really can't see it when it's underneath anything. So it feels kind of superfluous, you know? I guess we could use that. At least it's lighter colored. But it still feels a bit weird that, you can't see most of it. Oh, what's that? Kind of like that green. That one also kind of light is light. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Let's go with that green. Now, I originally tend to put a doorway here leading out here to this space. And I don't think I'm going to do that now. I know I'm not going to do that now. In fact, I think what I'll do is go ahead and just replicate this doorway up here. I mean, the one thing that was holding me back is this is kind of the kids' room, but I really don't care. These are Sims. They don't care that it's a kids' room. They're going to be fine with it. The other thing I'm kind of waffling on here is what am I going to do with this, right? I've got this long elevated walkway that leads right into someone's kind of office, kind of into their bedroom there, and that's fine. It could just be another way of entering and exiting the house. But what kind of door can I really use there? I don't know. Let's take a look at Enchanted by Nature. See here. I mean, I feel like most of them aren't really going to work. Do we have anything from maybe, let's see here. What was it called? It was like the sort of greenhouse haven. Here we go. It's like a greenhouse kit. Yeah. So let's be done with that. Now, I don't know though if I really like these. Let's see here. Not for this. I mean, it doesn't really match. So maybe I could change the wall instead of having the sort of scrolling texture there. Maybe we go ahead and just do a plain glass wall. I mean, that's almost like too modern, but but maybe if we could just decorate it up in some fashion. Let's find a door. Let's find a door first. That's not bad. I do kind of like that. Let me see here. Does it come in silver? It does kind of come in silver, gray. Let's go with this color. Let's go like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this particular seamless glass wall for this walkway. And let's see. Now, The thing is, this glass box, I do want to have some sort of interest to it. The thing that pops into my head is maybe to use slate. So if we go here to slate and we grab this, what does it end up looking like? And we could do it in white. It does come in white, so I don't know if white's going to work. We might end up having to kind of go back to a brown color just so it matches the rest of the apartment. Okay, so we can do like that, and then we could do it all the way, all the way up instead of this stuff here. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and just do the walls that way at least and see how I like the exterior. Now, if we put this on here and we look, I keep hitting that button, and we look at our different, I'm thinking I'm going to have to go with brown like that, right? So that it's going to blend in a little bit more with the rest of this sort of natural wood look instead of this, really white. So I don't know. Let's try that. Let's try brown to begin with here. It would give it kind of a little like a like a modern and a traditional look, right? Because that warm wood is going to tie in with our fairy aesthetic, right? They live in the woods. They're woodland fairies, so we'll kind of tie that into that aesthetic, and that actually looks pretty good, I think. Let's drop down here. My big question is, can I use these and still have a door? I know one way I can. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and change the look of this on this lower level. And drop down here. Now, what I want to do, and I'm just almost positive it's not going to work just like this. Right? No matter the fact that I kind of want it to, I don't think it's going to. I want to kind of change the tone of that wood to match. It's not really going to match, but okay, maybe like that. I may not end up doing this. We'll see. Let me go into live mode here. Let's have old Grant come into this room here. Now, can you go out here, buddy? Oh, you can. Okay. All right. Because what I want to do is I do want to have a door there, but I want to have those slats going all the way up. So it looks like the slats have been integrated into the door. If you had a modern building, like in any modern city, and they had those slats, they would just put the slats on top of the door and then, they'd be cut. So when the door opens, the slats would open with them. Now, of course, here in The Sims, the slats are not going to open with that door, but at least he can go in and out of the door. And that is good enough for me. That is going to work just fine because I do think that I really like this sort of modern appearance that we're getting here. Modern and traditional blended together. And let's go ahead and we're going to change out the wall trim like that. And again, the wood's going to try to, kind of blend in there, hopefully at least a little bit. We'll go ahead and put this glass wall on here too. Throw that like that. I'm thinking that we could use some sort of trim here on the bottom. Well, we obviously do need some sort of trim because that white bar is not going to work. It's going to just stick out. So let's see. What can we use? Let's take a look here. We can use basically anything with cheats, right? I'm thinking maybe we look at this stuff. I don't know if I can use this though. Because, well, maybe. Yeah, see, there's nothing underneath it for it to stick to. So we're kind of relegated to using this stuff, which this is great. I love the way this looks. This is really pretty. And it does have the right wood tone to it. So let's put that in there. We'll put this here. So yeah, that's not too bad. I kind of like the way that's starting to look. We're going to need to put a lot of plantings in this. Again, if you've ever seen pictures of the Saudi Arabian idea that this is based on the line, right? Then they have a ton of plants everywhere. I have no idea how those plants are going to grow because literally it is so dark in all the pictures and the whole thing is kind of tight and closed in. So I really don't know how they're going to grow, but it does look pretty. It looks pretty on the renderings. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there's still, I don't know. I always come back to Enchanted by Nature looking for flooring tiles, thinking I'm going to find something, and I just usually don't. Let's turn those off. I kind of would like to find something kind of light, a little bit lighter side, because it's feeling a little bit dark. But I still want a warm tone to it. So, oh boy. Maybe this? Maybe. Or we've got this stuff. And that's almost okay. I really like this by Cottage, Cottage Living, because it's so rustic looking. Let's do it. It's a little bit grayer than I want here. And I don't think it's going to come in a color. As I recall, I don't think it's going to be in a color I really like better. I think that's as warm as it gets. Of course, it is raining right now. It's raining here in The Sims, so let's just go with it. Let's go with it, and then we're going to grab some plants. Let's see. Now, there's tons of stuff in, again, with this sort of city, this line that's just hanging, right? Just hanging plants, hanging off stuff. We could do this pretty easily. Maybe make it a little bit larger so it has some real substance to it. I'm going to go ahead and just overlap them. Let's overlap that one, and we'll overlap another one here. Not too bad. That actually looks pretty good. I do like that. So we're going to leave that on that side. We're going to do it on the other side as well. And it gives us a lot of greenery, a lot of kind of thickness to it. I used to use this all the time when we had a lot fewer options in game. And I haven't used it in a while. I kind of forgot. It kind of looks pretty good. Let's see here. Now we have some really nice window boxes. We really do. There's a great new window box with this new pack. Let me see. Where is it? There it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in here or not. Let's wait. Let's wait on that. Let's see here. Got some bougainvillea. I use this all the time because it's one of the few things that we have to really stick to the side. So I'm going to put some there. I think I'm going to put some right there. And we're going to maybe bring it up like this a little bit. And we're going to make it just a little bit smaller because I want to kind of feel like it, starts off real thick. And then as it raises up higher here, this is the new growth, it's kind of the new growth up here. So it gets a little bit smaller, just kind of reaching up, climbing along that wall. Now there's all sorts of floating trees in this sort of promo material, the sort of concept art. I wouldn't mind putting a few kind of out here. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Let's take a look. I don't know. I'd like something a little bit wilder. Of course, the bad thing is if I put a tree out here, it's going to disappear when we get too close to it, right? I hate that I would give anything. There's probably a mod. I shouldn't say I would give anything because I haven't looked hard, and there might be a mod that stops that from happening. I need to look. For that. But maybe we go ahead and we use a planted tree, like a potted tree here. There's some really great, really pretty bushy ones. Let's see. And I call it a tree. Maybe it's not a tree. It looks like a tree, right? Let's see. I'm not a horticulturist, you guys. I'm like, it looks like a tree. Oh, we've got something like this. Now, this is cool. This looks good, right? We could definitely do that and line this walkway with bamboo. So that would give us a really good look. Now, it's a little bit big. Maybe if I put it through like that. How does that look? It's not awful. It's a little weird pushing through that half wall, that kind of pony wall there. I could take the pony wall out and maybe use this as the fencing. So let's put that there as a possibility. We're going to set that there and see I like to put things in place and just kind of let them rest on my eye a little bit, and see how I feel it feels as I'm doing other stuff. We have this. This is great. This is super cool. Nice palm. It is a little bit big. And, potted plants do cause routing issues. And it's really not quite big enough. I mean, I want something substantial. If I make it bigger, there's no way they'll walk down that sidewalk. So let's take that out. There is supposed to be, not supposed to be, there's a great sort of bushy sort of tree from Courtyard. And it's only a 1x1 grid space. And I don't know, that's like the only one they've ever done. That's like a really substantial plant. I have no idea why they didn't do more of those. If I can't find it, I'm going to just go this route. Let's just go here and search this way. Let's see here. Courtyard Oasis. There it is. So, it's only 1x1, so it doesn't affect the Sims on a routing level. They can get past it real easy. And why they didn't make every sort of plant after that just a 1x1, I don't know. I wish I knew. Because it makes it so much easier. So we could put something like that there. Maybe we could blend them together. Maybe not. Maybe I could put it down here. Again, I don't know if I like that per se. I might like it here though. Let's put it there. I think I'm going to go with this. The more I'm looking at it, the more I do like it. It is, just put it here. They can overlap, But I'm going to have them overlap quite a bit. And it's really going to give us some cool screening, like a true fence. And then I don't even know that this railing bothers me that much. I think I'm going to just leave the railing for the moment. I think I'm going to leave that in place. And then we'll just see over time, if it starts to bug me and I think it looks weird or out of place, I'll just pull it at some point. Whoops. put that there and another one next to it like that. So we're going to get kind of a dense foliage looking sort of spot there. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. Now, working with this thing here, this thing, what have I made here? I'm not real sure. I kind of want to see if maybe we can bring it out a little bit further. Is that going to really be nice? Is it going to look any good? Let's pull this out a little bit further. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's put that back. There we go. So let's lift this up a little bit. Will it go up? Oh man, it might not go up. Is that really as? So that's as far as it'll go. It won't shrink any smaller. That sucks. Okay, so yeah, that won't either. So how do I feel about it now? Let's see here. I'm going to extend this out like that. Will it go all the way out? No. Okay, let's bring it like that. We'll go with our wall here. Wall here. Then like, oh shoot, it should stay. Okay, hold on here. I know what's wrong. Okay, so we can wall it in like that. Looks okay. I just don't think I like it. I thought I was gonna like it, and I still kind of like it as a concept, but it doesn't really stick out as far as I wanted. And when I pull it out, then it looks like it doesn't work. So I'm gonna just roll all of that back. Oh boy. If I go ahead and I just move it outwards, right? I just move it out like that. And we're going to move that out. That might be a little bit better. Let's try that. Let's try walling it in a little bit. I might need to take this out. Okay, so there we go. We've got kind of a, now a greenhouse area in here. I do kind of like it. I think it's going to work okay. I really want to take out these walls and replace them with some sort of railing or fence. The bad thing is when I do that, of course, it's going to open it up to the outside because this is the outside. So my next thought is maybe we could just go ahead and use, again, this new glass walling, which, is actually really, really cool. I've wanted plate glass walls, like this for a long time. And the fact they did it as wallpaper means it works on circular rooms, it works on pony walls, it works on everything, right? So we could do that. And then maybe we go down here and do the same thing on this level. So it gives us a little bit of the feeling that it is open, like it's an open atrium sort of area, but without letting the daylight in. Let's see here. I really wanted to do a coffee shop in this area for this, kind of community here. And I guess I still could. We can't close off that wall because it will, as you saw there, erase the roof. The roof can't be totally enclosed like that. But one thing we can do is we can go to our half walls. We're just going to take the biggest, tallest half wall we have, and we'll put it there. And that pretty much effectively does the job. Throw this on here. Okay, so if we're going to do a coffee shop here, we'd probably want to have outdoor seating, right? Some sort of outdoor seating. And we could really use the new tile from whatever it's called, Enchanted by Nature. Pull that up here. So we could go ahead and maybe use this tile out here for sort of an outdoor patio, outdoor seating area. Let's go ahead and put in, we need some sort of doors again. So since this is indoors, I think I'm going to go with a little bit more modern. Outside, I wanted to keep that sort of nature look, right? And we're going to keep that sort of nature look. But maybe out here, we can go ahead. We'll put these doors on each side, blend them into the glass. We can put the cafe here. Some seating here, seating here. I want to do a lot of vegetation. We could do some vegetation here along the inside of this wall, make this a pretty narrow passage. But first, let's go ahead and look at our stuff. Let's show all of our stuff. Let's pull up. Cafe came with the get together, which, oh my gosh, back in the day, I was so excited for get together because it had the cafe and we could finally go out to eat, right? We could finally take our Sims out to eat. And now I hardly ever use it. Hardly ever use the cafe. Where is it? Here. It should be right here, right? Ah, there it is. Okay. So I guess maybe we'll use this one. Doesn't really matter. Maybe on this side, though. Put it on this side. It's really tight. I don't know. There's almost not enough room here to do a cafe. I mean, technically there is. I think the Sims will squeeze through there. Huh. So what to do, what to do? What I could do is I do just go ahead and open up maybe this level to the outside. If we take out this and this and this, that. Then we have kind of an indoor-outdoor space. Yeah. Let's do that. And we're going to, I'm going to move this back one more spot, like so. Actually, I'm torn. I might want to move I might not want to do that. I'm going to put it back. I'm going to put it back. Because what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put that there and then I'm going to put a solid wall back here behind it. Because I'm going to go ahead and put some restrooms back here, right? And then in between this solid wall and the tables, I'm going to take out, whoops, not like that. I'm going to take out, let's see here. I just want to take out the individual floor tiles. Oh, and it still did it. Okay. Wait. I know there's some way to take out the floor tiles. Maybe not. Maybe there's not. That's right. Okay, that doesn't matter. We'll use this. We'll use the pretend dirt and we'll put it here. And then we'll do plantings all through this. And we'll do some tables here and some tables here. And I don't know, should we use, I'm going to use modern tables, I think. My first thought was, should we go ahead and use more of the Enchanted by Nature Pack stuff? I'm going to say no because, I don't want to use only that stuff all over this build. So let's go with something. Oh, I like this. I really love this chair. It's one of my favorites. And I do use it a lot. I'm going to use the clear version of it here. And we don't need a ton of seating. Let's put in maybe just like 2 tables. Let me go up here real quick. Because we can also do seating up here on this level if we want to. Just drop down here. Now, as far as a table, we could kind of blend it. We could go new and old together. So we've got something like this, right? Very fancy. I love the little tablecloth, very Parisian, right? Super cool. So there's that. I also like this one from Cottage Living. That's also very nice. And then the one thing I use a lot, and I really, really do enjoy it, is this. That, right? That has a very sidewalk cafe feel to me, and I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. So let's take that out and that out. Put that here, here. And we're going to change the tone of it just a little bit, give it more of a golden tone. There we go. We're going to throw in a bunch of plants here. I'm going to try to just use bushes and flowers because I don't want the landscaping to disappear that's here in this space. And it will if I put a tree or something there, because I'd love to put bamboo there, which I guess we could use. We could use this. Oh, we could use that. Let's go ahead and use that. Let's grab this here. That might be too, that might cause routing issues, right? Might be too big. I could put it like that size, which is a little bit smaller than I wanted. Let's test it out though. We'll go ahead and put this here. Put that there. And you know what we're going to go ahead and do? Let's go ahead and just grab the same kind of ivy, the same ivy. Oh, we've got this stuff too. Maybe. But what I really want to use is, I swear, I don't know how I can't see stuff. Yeah, no, there's a lot here. There's not that much here. Where is it? I just used it. There it is. And it's right at the top. So we're going to pull this in here. Give it a very lush feel. And then we can go ahead and just elevate this a little bit. Like that. That's going to give it a little more height and a little more presence. Like so. Now, I wanted to look real quick. I love this new stuff. It's not really that new. It's from Cottage Living, as we can see here. I don't think there's anything else I'd want to use. I want to do this above here. I don't know. I'm a little torn. Let's take a look here. We've got kind of a 2-story space here. And I am a little torn about what to use. I'm going to try to cover up this stutter that we're seeing real quick. Let's see here. Maybe with that. Nope, that won't work. Will it work down here? Nope. Let's try this. There we go. That works. So we're going to throw that in there to cover up that stutter that we were seeing. And since we've got it, maybe we could go ahead and kind of put this here like it's growing along that wooden edge. Maybe. because I do think it's super, super pretty. I do love it. And I love things that kind of grow, along the edge of stuff like that. Let's put that there. I don't know. It feels a little clashy with the bamboo. Mm, it's it does feel a little clashy. I'm gonna take it off. Oh, whoops! I think I did though. Did I take off? Yeah, I did. Took out that molding. I'm gonna leave the molding. Let's take that out. I don't know that I have anything else that's really gonna pair with the bamboo though. That's the bad thing. Now maybe let me look through here. Especially being a glass wall. That's the other kind of tough thing about it. I mean, I could see something like this, but quite a bit more tame. I guess we could, well, I mean, that's very substantial. For the moment, I'm going to use it. I am. I'm going to go ahead and try to just slide this in here like so. Like that. There should be a few more pieces of this sort of stuff. Where is it here? Oh, I could have used maybe this. Nah, nah. Maybe this here. Could do this. Yeah, nice big. Maybe make the fern a little bit bigger. Kind of let it hang down a bit there. Is that it? I thought there was more. Why did I think that? Well, there's this. Here we go. There is this and there's this. Okay, so yeah, these are the individual parts. So let's go ahead and put maybe this in here as well. And we're going to do 2 of those. Just kind of a little bit, smaller there. Okay, so we've got that set up. And then, through the window, it looks really nice, right? Nice sort of little garden area. And we'll do some parkland stuff out here. This is really tight against this building, but I guess that's fine. I have looked at some of that stuff about the line, and a lot of it is pretty tight. Which is going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. They are working on at least part of it. They're trying to build part of it. But it's a big undertaking to try to build something like a city like that, period. But especially out in the middle of the desert, it's a lot. I need a bathroom door. I need a good bathroom door, one that you don't see through. I could use this. This is actually my I consider it kind of old trusty, right? Because I use it all the time. It's just a plain, simple, modern looking door, and it is perfect. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect to see in a coffee shop, right? Leading to the bathrooms. We'll put that there. I don't really know what kind of wall covering to use in this particular place. Let's see here. Oh, I do like this. Now, this looks really cool. Let me go in here and take a look at that. The bad thing about that is I think like the eco footprint, yeah, it's industrial of 1. And I don't know if that means 1 for like every single square I use or 1 total, but I know sometimes I go through and I decorate with some of this industrial stuff, and the next thing you know, there is literally a cloud of pollution on everything. So I'm not real sure. I don't know if I'm going to leave that or not. I want to because I think it looks pretty cool for this sort of effect. And we could do it in green here. Let me have this. I don't know. For now, I'm going to leave it, but let's take a look and see what else we have to work with. I was thinking about going back into Get Together here and see what kind of wall stuff do we have. Oh, we've got this. This is the thing I haven't used in a while, this type of wood, and I love this particular feel of it. It is a little dark, which is why I kind of shy away a little bit from using it too much. I mean, see if I put it in, that's dark, right? Now, granted, it's cloudy outside today, but that is dark. So I'm a little bit leery about using it, even though I do love it. Let me look at this. Kind of a gray. I'm kind of over gray, you guys. I'm so sick of gray. They put gray like on every single building now, and the whole world's starting to look like a minimum security prison, which maybe is what we deserve here in the United States, the way we're doing things right now. But I don't want to have a minimum security prison as a coffee shop, so I don't think I'm going to shy away from gray. And that's it for Get Together, so we're not going to use that. How about maybe, oh boy, I don't know. Let's try, you know what? Let's try Growing Together, because we've got this, and I do like that a lot. And it is it's a little bit, lighter in tone for this space. Even if I use a darker one, it's still not quite as dark. So I'm gonna go with that. And it's kind of modern. Again, it has a very, very, very like coffee shop feel to me. And then maybe we could go ahead and use this stuff, but in the darker, where is it here? The darker form of it. Here on the outside. Whoops, I think I did that wrong. Let me back that up. Because I want it to just be on the inside. I don't want to surround everything. So we'll go here, here, and here. Okay, so that's not too bad. I'm kind of digging this. Now, the rest of this flooring, let's see what we have from Growing Together for flooring, because the tone will probably match the walls. And let's see here. Flooring. Oh, tile. That's it. Okay, so I do like this tile. It's kind of that subway tile type of look, right? It comes in yellow. I'm thinking if I use it, though, I got to use white. So I'm going to go ahead and put white in here. I don't know that I love it. And I'll tell you because it's almost too antiseptic, right? It's almost too antiseptic. One thing I'm thinking right now, let me try this. Maybe I just need to have a little more separation. Let's put this here and this here. I don't know. Maybe a little more separation like that's going to make me feel better about it. I like it because it's going to keep the place brighter. It's going to kind of open it up a little bit, keep it a little bit brighter, but I don't like it because it's just too bright. Which I've said before, I'm going to say it again. I'm a big Sims 3 fan too. I love all the Sims actually. Let me just make that clear. I like all the games, but the one thing I miss from the Sims 3 is that we had the cast system. And so I could go in and just manipulate stuff like this floor and be like, well, I love that floor, but I want it to be the color of this wood. And I could just change it just like that. Let me take a look at what we do have. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's see here. We've got kind of that, right? Let me have this. So it's kind of a beige, kind of a beigey, white, green. Oh, the green's kind of pretty. It's kind of a subtle green. And then we got this darker green. Let's see if I do this. Do I love it better? I kind of do. I kind of do like it better like that, not quite so antiseptic. So let's bump it up just a little bit to that color green there. That works good. And this is green, so it kind of ties into it. Yeah. I'm digging it. Now, let's put in some lighting because we are going to get dark in here real quick. Where is our pendant lighting? So far, I've gone pretty modern in this space. I'm thinking I want to try something a little more traditional or a little more kind of fantasy, which I usually fall back on Batu for that. We do have these. Now I do like these. These are new. It hangs down pretty far, but I do like them. We've got this from Growing Together. I might use that. I'm gonna go with this. If it seems like if they won't use this stuff because it hangs down too far, I'll just shrink it. Put that there. And we're going to put 2 on this end as well, just to kind of mimic that end there. Let's make sure they're in the exact same spot, like so. And then out here, I kind of don't know. I mean, we might just leave it like this, right? Like just kind of a little shadowy out here. I could put some candles on the table, and that would kind of dress the table up. I have to be careful. I have to play test it because sometimes these candles and lights kind of get in the way. But we could use this guy. I love this guy. I'm going to make him a little smaller. Hopefully he's not going to get in the way of things. I hope. Let's make him a little bit smaller here. He doesn't really add much light out here, but I can kind of tell like the chairs have gotten a little bit brighter. So, oh, let's do him in green. Yeah, he's got kind of those little eyes closed. I love this piece. I really do. Now, I'm not going to spend $40 just for this. All right, just for this little guy. But I do love him. I think he's super cute. There's a lot of kind of cute things like that in that pack. And so, yeah, I've used him like, I think in every single build so far. Great for kids' rooms too. I mean, super great, but also just good for a desk. I mean, I'd put this on my desk at work. That's for sure. So we've got that taken care of. Let's go ahead and put in same chairs. We're going to use the same chairs over here as we have out on this area. I don't know if I should use the same tables though, because I love the tables here in this environment, but this is so much more modern. For now, I'm going to use those chairs. I might end up ultimately changing them. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do like 4 tops. Well, maybe not. Let me see here. Because there's not a lot of space here. Maybe like this, like that. Let's do a 3-topper. That's kind of an odd number to have at a cafe. I feel like you would have a 4-top. Well, maybe, you know what we could do? Yeah, we could do a 4-top. Let's do that. We'll do a 4-top and a 2-top, and then they'll kind of fit together. So that's cool. And in order, you know what? If I were, well, let's say if I was really designing this, I might put this here because then it feels kind of like a little alcove. We could even make it like a little alcove, maybe change the decor a little bit there. So it feels a little bit private if you're having kind of a private conversation with someone. And also this traffic pattern, you know, through here is going to be open. It's going to be a lot easier to have that sort of traffic pattern in real life. Let's go ahead and we'll throw in the new color tile back here. Is it the new color tile? It's coming up. I guess so. It doesn't look the same, does it? Like that does not look the same. This tile does not look like that color. I'm going to try it even again, just make sure, but I guess it is. Let's take out these fixtures. Probably part of the problem. They are too harsh. Let me look at this. Where did that come from? It came from that love pack. Okay. Let's see what else we got with the love pack. Maybe there's something else that will be in the same tone of light. Because a lot of times, you know, the tones in each pack kind of go together. But I don't see anything. Because this is pretty much it. That would be so cute to put those lights there, like nighttime sparkle lights. They don't give off a lot of light for a bathroom, though, do they? No. But it's really cute. I would love that in a bathroom. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there. There's enough light. Sims can see. How much light do you have to, how much do you have to see, be able to see to go to the potty? Not very much. So let's go here. We'll go to the bathroom. We'll grab our toilet. No toilets with Love Struck. We're going to grab a toilet though. I think I'm going to go with this one. I use this one a lot. I just kind of like the style and design of it. That's kind of a modern feel. Any sink really will do. I don't know that I need to agonize over this or any decision, but I do kind of. Oh, let's use this. I love this sink. I do kind of agonize over it sometimes, and it's kind of weird because the Sims are not going to care. They just want someplace where they can pee and then wash their hands, and that's it. I'm going to put in a mirror, and then we're going to look at some sort of lighting for over the sink. It's going to add more lighting to the bathroom, of course. And it's just natural. It's what you would expect. Could do that as a mirror. Let's do that. Do. Now, lighting, I want something kind of low key, right? Because we've already got the stars on the ceiling. I don't want to interrupt that too much. So what I'm thinking is this. This from high school, that's actually brighter than I thought it would be inside. Maybe if we move it up here. How does that look? Now, how about like this? I'm going to try it. Let me pull back here and see kind of what it looks like. I guess that might be okay. I don't know. That's really bright. I thought it was going to be a little bit less intense. I'm going to take that out. So if I take this light, is that less intense? That's a little bit better. I think I like that better. And we'll just lift it up just a little bit. So it's really just impacting kind of this area. That is the painting light, that you put over paintings. But I always unlock it. It's usually locked behind the painter career or something. I always unlock it because it makes the perfect light like this for a bathroom. It also makes the perfect under counter lighting. So if you want to do under counter lighting for a kitchen, it absolutely is the best. Absolutely is the best. Speaking of counters, let's throw in some sort of counters back here. I'm going to hope and pray that Sims will get past this. I hope they will. Because I want to use maybe this here. And we'll do like a row of things here on the back wall, right? Kind of give us some decor, kind of give us some look. I don't know what I'm going to put on there. I have no idea. Coffee stuff, salt and pepper shakers, something. But I'm going to put those there. And they do look good. They at least have a look to them. They give us kind of a feel. Let's see if we have... Yeah, we have that. It's kind of big for under counter lighting for this sort of shelf, but this will give you an idea, of kind of what it looks like. It looks like a normal sort of fluorescent fixture to me, like you would normally see in kind of a housing. We don't really need it back here, I don't think. Now, my thought is, what am I going to do for like wall art stuff around here? Let's pull up Get Together. Let's see what came with this cafe like 10 years ago or whenever. We got it so long ago. I mean, Get Together was like a long, long time ago. So we have these sort of posters. We have some pictures, graffiti. Do we have any sort of cafe? We got this sort of stuff. We got this. Will that fit on there? No. Can I just lift it up? Yeah, more or less. Just pull it out like that. That's good. That's one thing down. So we got one thing down. Let's see if we see anything else here. I'm going to try putting this over here. I think. I don't know. I'd have to take this out. I guess I will take that out. And that's kind of it. I guess we didn't have as much as I thought. We do. We do have a few things like, kitchen clutter things that I think we can use. I'm going to just roll through a few things here, see what we have. Let's see here. We've got the jars of peppers, of course. I feel like I fall back on that all the time because they actually do sit on those shelves pretty easily. We have a bunch of this stuff. I guess we could put thermoses up there. Like, do you want to buy a to-go cup, right? That's what they ask sometimes. So I'm going to put that there. I don't know if I really want to use it, but I'm going to put it there as just an option. Oh, and look, it even has like logos, right? Like, I love that one. I love the logo with a little kind of animal or whatever that is. So we'll put that out there. We might even, I guess we could do 2. Like 2 styles here. And then what else do we have that'll fit? Let's see. We do have this stuff as well. I'm going to put one of these on each side of this, and I'm just going to pretend this has no basis in reality. We're going to pretend that somehow, it can't be used on that. Yeah, I can. Why can't it be used on it? That's weird because there are other options here. We got carrots. We got whatever that is, whatever that is, and that is, and that. So I'm going to pretend that these are lemon wedges. Okay, these are lemon wedges to go in the tea. That's what I'm going to pretend. So we'll put those there for lemon wedges. And then do we have, let's see. I know these will fit. These do fit, right? Yeah. Let's put those on there. Kind of double them up. I'm going to try to fit 2 of these on here. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's put 2 of those on there. And then what else? There's got to be some. Well, there's this. Yes, the ubiquitous pot o' peppers. It fits everywhere. So I'm going to do that, but what could that be? Not peppers, right? You know what? Maybe it could be peppers and it's for like Mexican hot chocolate, right? That's what we'll say, that these are peppers for Mexican hot chocolate because it's kind of spicy. And so let's stick with orange, not level red, not level yellow, but level orange for that. So that works. We'll put those on there. I guess I could do 2 of those. I don't know if I have anything else that'll fit there. Do I have just a decorative thing? Oh, let's do a plant. Let's do that. Because some plants will fit there as well. So let's try to find some sort of plant to put up there. How about this? This is cute. It's not going to fit up there by itself, but we're going to just raise it into place. And let's put some sort of, let's give it some color. We'll give it a nice red pop there. I'm going to try moving that back just a little bit on that shelf without intersecting the wall too much. Okay. Now, I still don't have any art. Okay, so maybe, oh, you know what? I know where we can look for some art. Let's check. I don't know. Well, I know we can use it, but I don't know if I want to use it. I mean, it popped right into my head, and yeah, it is usable. We've got this, right? Could do that. But the reason why I don't like what I'm thinking of is the same reason I don't like that. That looks like a poster, and I want something a little more upscale. I want something that looks like it's framed and kind of like nice, right? I want something that looks nice. So what have I got here? Ah, boy, oh boy. Now we can always use this. We can always go with just pure art. Okay, because I love these pictures from City Living. Like maybe that on that wall. Nice and large and bold. I'm going to go with that. I will put that there. Now, there should be, I know what we're missing. And we don't need to use posters. We're going to go through here and we're going to put in chalkboards to kind of do our daily specials. So we'll find the chalkboards here. Somewhere in all of this. This kind of looks like a chalkboard type of thing, like something with some, flavors on it or something. We'll put that there. And we do have this chalkboard. This is actually a kind of chalkboard. Yeah, I'm going to put that there, right? And then we're going to put this next to it. So we're going to have this here, and we're going to have this here. So like the idea would be like this one can be changed every day. And then let's see if we have, I know there's some large chalkboards here. I hope I'm just not missing them. If I can't find them, I'll try just putting in chalkboard. But I don't think they're called chalkboards. They probably have some like clever name. Oh, we could use this for the bathrooms. Let me put that there. Oh, we could use that too. Let's see here. And this we can use. So this is not wasted so far. We found a couple of things there we can use. So we'll just set those off to the side and then keep scrolling, we have an old phone. Is that a phone? That is a phone. Okay. Wow, like a really old phone. I'm not going to, well, I kind of do want to use it. I kind of do. It's kind of cool. But I don't know. This is a modern place. This is this like Saudi Arabia's line, right? They're not going to have a phone. They're going to have like robots or something. So let's put that there. Now there's what I'm looking for. A restaurant type of sign. That's great. That works fine. Is there anything else here though I might want to use? We've got some X's signs and stuff like that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This might be good enough for now. Now I might go through and add some more stuff, or like a lot of times when I'm building something else, I will see something and think, oh, you know what? That would totally work, back over there. Let's put our aprons here where we can reach them. We could do a couple of things like that underneath here. I don't know what, but that would be kind of cool to have some more stuff kind of hanging under there. For now, we're going to just grab this here and put it in the bathroom. Let's see here. Paper towels. In reality, I feel like it'd be really cool if I just put like regular towels there for people to use because it's that sort of place, right? It's like very upscale, very expensive. And so you get actual towels to wipe your hands on. But I'm not going to do it. Where did I? Let's see here. Put that there. That looks pretty good. Now, I guess we could put some sort of art down here. And I think I'm going to put, I'm going to put a door here too, because we have this access to the water. Ooh, I forgot about that. And I'm going to do a great big modern door for this. I'm probably going to regret it and change it. Well, maybe I won't even do it. Because I'm already thinking, you're going to do that and you're going to regret it and you're going to change it. Because it's going to look too modern and you're trying to keep this sort of fairy feel to the exterior. So, okay, let me take a look here and see. My thought was something like this, like a big old sliding glass door, right? Let a lot of light in, but it's just not really the style I'm going for. So let's see here. Oh, this is not bad. Now, this is a little bit traditional, but also modern. And it's huge. It's got a great look. It's going to let a ton of light in. Let me see what kind of colors it comes in and see if this will match for tone. It's not bad. That's not bad. It kind of matches with tone, and I'm digging the look. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. I really like that, in fact. I'm going to call that good. That does kind of fit there pretty well. And we've got access here to our patio. I don't know. Let's go ahead and put this herringbone tile out here too, because I'm probably going to end up using that as an extension of this space for more seating. And that, I think, is where we're going to end this stream today. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you're watching right now, or if you're watching in the future on archive, because I do save all these live streams on my channel. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify for the next one. We're going to keep working on this till it gets done. And that will be tomorrow. I'll do it won't be done tomorrow. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow, though. So we'll have another stream tomorrow. We're going to tackle some more parts of this. I don't know what. Maybe this big kind of clover leaf building here is what I'm going to try to tackle tomorrow. And then we could do some landscaping hanging off all of these balconies. And we've got kind of a little pocket park here to deal with. So maybe if I can get one of these things outfitted as an apartment, maybe 2 apartments, maybe a bigger apartment and a studio apartment, along with a pocket park there on that second level. We'll do that tomorrow and then continue moving forward. One thing I want to do real quick is I'm going to extend this like that and maybe go ahead and pull it out like that. Cover that up. Yes, sir. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so, again, one last time. Hit like, subscribe, and notify. And until tomorrow, or until next time,